let's hit passive every day. I think we're gonna do a great job. If you only take small risks, you're only entitled to a small life. Robin Sharma. What's going on, guys? Ted Phaeton here. Welcome back to another Monday Modern Moment. I'm the host of the Modern Man podcast, and it's a pleasure to have you guys. If you get value from these episodes, do me a quick favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, catch a new episode each and every single week. I'd really appreciate it if you share this with a friend who could really use a little pick-me-up this morning. Today I want to talk about risk management. This is really near and dear to my heart because, your boy has taken some risks. And yes, I have fallen on my face because of it. But this one is mainly for those who are afraid to take risks. Maybe you're a little bit too cautious in life. And I always love the quote, don't cautiously walk through life to safely arrive at death. Okay? We got to take risks in life, and that's just how it is. Now, one of those things that I do say, I'm not one for advocating, put it all on black, roll the dice, and see what happens. No. Be responsible. Risk is a budget line. Don't just throw everything to the wall and hope it sticks, but allocate what you're willing to risk. And by allocating what you're willing to risk, you can then start setting it aside and waiting for the opportunity. It's all about treating risk as a budget line and a savings account. You can do that with your finances. Much of what I would do is 10%. Be okay with that being gone and never being seen again. Because there is a good chance when you take risk, the downside can always happen just as much as the upside, and sometimes, and most often, you're more likely to have the downside than the upside. But when you weigh what you're able to manage, when you weigh what you're able to risk on a responsible level, you can then start looking out for those opportunities and some of the risks that are actually within your budget, within your management and your tolerance. If you have the tolerance for a $10,000 risk, congratulations, you can get the reward that warrants. For those that have the risk tolerance of $100,000, will usually have the bigger reward if it pans out. Alluding to the quote earlier, if you only take small risks, you're only entitled to a small life. By treating risk as a budget line, you can increase the amount of risk you can take over time. Taking gaps between risks. You don't want to roll the dice every day, but maybe once a quarter, once a year. The longer you hold out on taking a risk, the bigger risk you can take when an opportunity presents itself. Now, speaking of the opportunity, it's important to also identify and fully embrace the worst case scenario. Are you okay with the worst case scenario? If the answer is no, you probably are not okay with the risk. You have to be okay with the worst case scenario in order to really lean into the profits that can come from whatever investment, whatever business opportunity, or whatever risk that you take. Now, the main thing is you are going to take a lot of losses. It's the name of the game. You have to take an L, but you have to be in it to win it. But the beautiful thing is, just like a two-sided coin, your chances are 50-50, but the wins pay out more than the losses. Your wins will compensate your losses. The key is being in the game long enough to warrant the wins. There's a 99-sided die. It costs $1 to roll the die, but a win pays $101. You might have to roll that dice 99 to even 101 times before you get that winning side. But once you get the winning side, it pays for all your losses and $1 extra. Now, the reality with such a die, you're gonna have to roll it a lot before you can really experience the benefits of winning. Law of averages. You might have to roll the dice 1,000 times before getting your first win. And you'll need $1,000 up front to get the game going. So when it comes to risk management, focus on what you can allocate towards risk, make it a budget line, identify the risks and the worst case scenarios, accept the worst case scenario, then move forward. And because you're managing your risk well, stay in the game long enough to start collecting your wins. If you're looking for sharing wins, we do that every week on our Noble Knights Mastermind call. We'd love to have you share your wins with us, even some risks that you might be thinking about. That's also worth talking about. Join the Noble Knights Mastermind group. Check us out. But until then, make sure you check out our Wednesday episodes, the long-form interview content that comes out each and every single week, which is why you want to hit that like and subscribe button. Share this with a friend so you're not getting all the value alone. Don't be selfish. Share this love. And of course, go out there and be some modern men.